The thing with Burn was we toured America and Europe on Burn. We never got to Japan on Burn, unfortunately. You know, you can see the footage from live performances of the Burn tour, and you can see a young David Coverdale. And if you notice back then, he wasn't introducing a lot of songs. He was still finding his feet. Of course, he's the great commandeering frontman of today. But back then, and nobody ever put a gun to my head to introduce songs. It was just a natural thing for me to do that. And like I said, David and I had a great relationship. The kind of one jumped to me, I'm a bit ambivalent about it. I mean, it was an astonishing occasion. I mean, so many people, just, you know, you get up on stage and see that many people. It's massively intimidating. So what I did is I played to the front 3 rows. I mean, that's all I could do. You know, just say, okay, you guys are my audience tonight. You know, I can't possibly hope to reach the guy a quarter of a mile away. You know, it's unbelievable. It was almost ruined by the. And I have to say, this was not Ritchie's fault. It has been reported that it was Ritchie's fault that we nearly didn't go on. We had a contract that stated quite specifically in black and white that Deep Purple would go on at sunset, because we wanted to be, we were offered headline position, we accepted headline position, and we wanted to be the first band that would use lights. It was quite simply, we wanted it to be a piece of theatre, and that was in our contract.
Who gathered here for the 1974 Cowjam Festival were about to witness Ritchie at his most theatrical.
John Coletta, the management, called me up 6 months before that festival and said, "We want you to do California Jam." I said, "No thanks, I'm not interested in any more festivals. They're a nightmare. There always will be. There's always complete catastrophe backstage. Nothing ever goes right. You're always on late or early, or the billing is all wrong. It's just awful." I said, "You know what? I might do it, but we have to write down all these conditions, because I'm tired of doing festivals. We're going to go on at dusk, which is 9 o'clock around there." And I said, "We'll be the first band with lights, because that's important. It's a subliminal thing. People see lights and they go, I really like this band compared to the rest of them. It's only because they've got lights going on." And that's a psychological thing that I've noticed. So I insisted on that. And he said, "Absolutely no problem."
In the event, the organisers demanded the band go on when it was still light, but Ritchie stuck to his guns.
People were yelling and screaming and threatening this and threatening that. And I just kept the door bolted, and I'd have a few drinks, playing the guitar. I was not going to go on.
Finally, when it was dark, Ritchie the musician went on stage.
And they were terrific on stage. They were absolutely terrific. Ritchie's a spectacularly visual guitarist, he was. He ran around, he put it back to the audience, threw his guitar around, and of course he did a bit of a Townsend sometimes and smashed the guitar at the end. Of all the guys in Deep Purple, it was Ritchie who was the most quixotic and mischievous.
And the quixotic and mischievous Ritchie was also on stage that night.
So when they said, "Oh, we're running strangely early, can you go on in 15 minutes?" Ritchie looked at his watch, looked at the sun and went, "No." They came to the rest of the band and we said, no, it's sunset. Ritchie took it a slightly step further and locked himself in his caravan. So we couldn't go on. And the promoters were actually ABC Television. And it was being filmed by them, and it was all rather a big deal, and there were 400,000 people waiting until Ritchie decided that it was actually sunset. But you know, he was right. It was in our contract. Thus, he was stoked when he got on, a little angry. Thus, he played brilliant. I mean, he's playing like a demon up there. But also that unfortunate cameraman that got in his way, and that unfortunate camera that got in his way, ended up costing us, I think, $75,000, but which in 1974 was a lot of money. I don't bring California Jam up because it's like my calling card, but it just happened to be in the mid-70s the biggest concert event ever. 300 to 400, 250,000 tickets were sold. I think anywhere between 350 and 400,000 people were there. It was a great moment for the band, hence Ritchie's smashing of the guitar neck into the camera, and the blowing up of the amps, and some of it was out of tune, you know, and my the white suit I was wearing. It's like, yeah, it's there for everyone to see.
Quixotic and mischievous Ritchie was also on stage that night.
So I went to my roadie. I said, what I'm going to do is blow up the amplifiers. I said, what I want you to do is cover the amplifiers in petrol. I'll go across one side of the stage. You douse my Marshalls, dummy Marshalls, with petrol.
Ronnie Quinton, his beloved guitar tech, who is no longer with us, loaded way too much gunpowder into Ritchie's stuff. So when it blew Pacey's glasses off, I thought I was going to die.
We had a helicopter. We were bundled into the helicopter and flown out. The police were coming to arrest us for blowing up the stage, being dangerous to all the people, what have you. You know, it worked. And the idea was to upstage ELP, which I think we did.